culture increase at a rate proportional to the number present. If the number of the bacteria doubles in 3 hours, in how many hours will the number of bacteria triple?
So we have the formula, y is equal to the initial times the e to the power of kt. And the first thing we want to always find is what the k value is, and then we'll plug in the numbers to see. So the bacteria is going to do what?
Double and triple.
It's going to double. The triple, let's do it at the very end. So double first. So it's going to double in the end from 1. You can use any initial number as long as you double it at the beginning. And then we have e to the power of k. And then, what was the time frame? 3. So k times 3. Now, since our variable is in the power, what should I do on both sides? Natural log on both sides. Because what the natural log does is it allows us to bring the power to the front. So when I do, we get natural log of 2. I'm going to put that in parentheses. Is equal to 3k. Because we know natural log of e is 1. So then our k value is something. It is natural log of 2 divided by 3.
Would the formula be on like a formula chart, or do you have to know it?
This one you should know it.
So is the answer C?
Your mom
We can do it for when it.
Okay, let's go on to the second portion. On my second portion, now it says, what about if it is tripled? So our 3 is equal to 1 times e to the power of kt. And I'm going to leave it as k until the very end, okay? Because I don't want to plug all that in for the k for now. So what do I do on both sides? In the variables, okay? We have natural log on both sides. So we have natural log of 3 is equal to k times t. Now, k is not a variable anymore since we already found it on the previous one. So if t is my variable, we're going to divide it by what on both sides? Divided by k on both sides. So when I rewrite this with the k term, our t is equal to natural log of 3 all over natural log of 2 over 3. Could I then multiply by the reciprocal?
Yeah.
So when I multiply by the reciprocal, we know this one is going to swap numerator to denominator. So which one is that going to match? A it is. Okay, the next one was number 9. Ooh. Let's see if I can put everything in. Hopefully. Okay. Xavier, go ahead and read.
Calculating not allowed. If the graph of y equals f of x contains the point 0, 2, dy over dx equals negative x over y e x squared, and f of x is greater than 0 for all x, then f of x equals
Something.
something.
So let's start by solving for y. So 2 things I'm going to do. We're going to multiply by dx on both sides, and then we're going to multiply by y e to the power of x squared, is it? I think it is. So let's go ahead and do that in one go. So we have y e to the power of x squared dy is equal to negative x dx. But then we have a problem. I want all the y's on one side and all the x's on the other side, and this is interrupting it. So we're going to divide it by that value. And not only divide it by, I'm also going to bring it to the top. So what that's going to look like is we have y dy is equal to negative x times e to the power of negative x all squared dx, since I'm bringing the it from the denominator to the numerator. So let's do our u substitution. And yes, we're going to integrate to solve for y by itself. So off to my side, u is equal to negative x squared. So du is equal to what then? negative 2x dx. So let's compare. I see a negative in x, and I see dx. What do I need to move over?
The negative 1/2.
Just the 1/2. We like the negative.
Oh.
So then let's integrate the first one. The first one, when I integrate, it's going to give me 1/2 y squared. We should write plus c, but I want to write it one time at the very end on the second equation. So we have is equal to, bring the half, the constant over. Then I have e to the power of u du. Now when I integrate, we'll get the following. We're going to leave this one alone. So 1/2. The e to the u is always e to the u. Plus c. What can I plug back in? The negative x squared? Yes? Now before I plug it in, let's do another thing. To make y by itself, what should I multiply all the way through? Everything by 2. So we get y squared is equal to, when I multiply that by 2, that's also gone. So e to the power of negative x all squared plus c. And what needs to happen on both sides here? Square root. So when I square root, ooh. So we get y is equal to square root of e to the negative x squared plus c. What component do I know that is given as our order pair? Is it 0, 2? Yep. So when I plug in 0 in here, any number to the power of 0 is how many? 1. So I'm going to write out square root of 1 plus c. And then I need a square on both sides. So that's going to give us 4 is equal to 1 plus c. So our c value is how many? 3. So I need to plug this back in to the original, this one right here. So when I plug back in the 3 in here, that's going to match which answer choice? D it is.